Welcome to the Happy Humanoids Perspective, where your beliefs are challenged, thoughts provoked, and where you may find your happy place whether you like it or not.
And here are your hosts, Edith and Miles. Woohoo!
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Happy Humanoids Perspective, a questionable reality. It's episode number 14.
Welcome, everyone. And tonight, the topic for tonight will be reaction, the distraction from awareness and choice.
Yeah.
Reaction.
What is reaction? For those of you who are just joining us on this planet, there's a thing called reaction that we sometimes do, maybe a lot of the times. And tonight we're going to clear some of those reactions and maybe move into more of awareness and choice.
Yeah. So what is reaction? In this reality, that's the way to connect with people. Okay? We either
Align and agree.
Align and agree, thank you.
That was me aligning and agreeing with you.
Yeah. Align and agree, or we resist and react.
Yeah.
But in the reaction, there could be too the alignment and the agreement, and or the resistance and the reaction as well. So, yeah, what if there's another possibility in life when we are in relationship to everything, with people? What if there is with whatever we do, our project, our dreams? What if there was another possibility other than the reaction?
Yeah.
Yeah. And our reaction, as the title said, it's a distraction. It distracts us from being aware and having choice.
It's almost like a blatant slap in the face more than a distraction, because it's like we're either in reaction or we're creating from a space of awareness and choice. Can't have both.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's like being pregnant. You are pregnant or you're not. You cannot be half pregnant.
I think I'm not pregnant. Yeah, pretty sure. Still waiting on the results, though. Oh, please.
Yeah.
Not a puppy, though. We don't want a puppy. There's so many puppies around this complex. It's so sweet. I think everyone's got a little puppy.
Yeah. Yeah, what if we become parent of
the neighborhood puppies?
Yeah, that would be cool sometimes. Anyway, let's come back to our subject for tonight.
That's the reaction.
Yeah, when we are in reaction, there's no capacity for action. It's the same. It's like it's either or. You either are in reaction or you are choosing. You are in action. We can be in the same space at the same time. When we are in reaction, first, this is a choice. This is a choice that is either conscious or unconscious. We choose it. We choose to be in reaction. And the thing is to become aware when we are in reaction. The first thing to look at is, okay, am I in reaction here? Do I have a point of view? Because a reaction is often created when we have fixed point of view about something, when we have made a decision about something, when we when we have a judgment about something, when we have a conclusion about something. So when we are in reaction, there's always something wrong. There's something that is wrong. And it keeps us always in judgment of something. It takes a lot of energy to be in reaction.
Yeah, like anytime that I feel stressed or something's not right, I'm in reaction. There's something that I'm buying into that I'm in reaction to. It's like, it's not just when somebody approaches me and they say something to me and then I react a certain way, or it's more ingrained. It's like we function from these thoughts, feelings, emotions, beliefs, patterns, DNA, whatever from the past, a lot of that of reaction. It's like, how much are we living our life from reaction? We're living our life based on thoughts, feelings, emotions, which are really reactions to something else. It's not creating from awareness and choice, it's creating from reaction. So like even finances, how much of your finances is like the platform built on the platform of reaction? Like all of the beliefs we have about, you work or money comes with hard work and diligent work and always working hard and sacrifice. And those are all points of view that have come from a belief system, which were a reaction. They're not really creating from a space of awareness. It's just a fixed point of view that we continue to carry into this reality, and it's like a reaction. It's not freedom, it's more constriction.
Yeah, that's the thing. When we function from reaction, we function from constriction, we function from contraction as well. Mm-hmm. And this is from a space of limitation. Yeah. And sometimes we buy the lie that when we are in reaction, we create more. Mm-hmm. So everywhere you bought this lie that by being in reaction, that's a way for you to create more, mm-hmm. to be more alive, to feel more alive, and to be there for you, and to, will you now uncreate and destroy it all times a godzillion.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nice shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah, I want to say something about that. Like there's some people, maybe a majority of people, I don't know exactly, but they function from a low energy level of their prefrontal cortex. Now I read this in a book from Dr. Ames, Daniel Ames, I think is his name. He's a brain guy, he studies the brains and stuff. And he says that people will actually create trauma and drama and reaction in other people to stimulate their prefrontal cortex to get their brain to function more accurately, or more, not accurately, but more vibrantly, I guess. So it stimulates the prefrontal cortex, makes the person more alert. So maybe you know someone that's always looking for a fight, always looking for an argument. Just say, hey, dude, your prefrontal cortex is just running a little low. Have a Coke. Come on. Don't worry about it. No need for all this stress and argument. Have a Coke. It works. Coca-Cola. Yeah. This commercial brought to you by Coke. If anyone knows where I can find a white T-shirt with a Coke, that would be great. I'm looking for a white T-shirt with the Coke.
The red sign?
Yeah, I don't wear red very well, but the white shirt with a red Coke label, that would be great.
Okay, it is sent now in the universe.
Yeah.
What will it take for you to receive it?
Yeah, no point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what would be the reason why people would choose awareness and choice other than reaction? Because in this reality, there's so much energy and intensity, and it seems like there's so much more plus on the side of reaction other than awareness and choice. What would bring people to choose awareness and choice?
Gingerbread man? I don't know. Well, that might do it for me. Yeah, maybe a few gingerbread men wearing little Coke outfits. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Do you desire more ease in your life? Do you desire more lightness? Do you desire more expansion? Do you desire something different? Mm-hmm. And this will come if you create your life, if you choose awareness, and if you choose choice. Because when you are in reaction, is there another possibility other than your reaction?
No. I don't think so.
No.
From experience.
Yeah. If you are frustrated about someone, if you are angry about someone, if you are sad, when we are in reaction to something, we are so focused about that we cannot, anything that doesn't match that, we won't see it. We will reject it. So, so when you are in reaction, well, first, this is a choice.
Yeah.
Once you identify it, okay, do as and this is one of the thing too, one of this lie in this reality is to identify, hey, I am angry, I am this anger, I am this sadness, this is who I am.
I've been this way all my life. That's
yeah
who I am.
yeah I cannot change that.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can change it if you desire it. And the first thing is to stop identifying yourself to it and say, hey, right now, yes, I'm reacting to something. It can be very strong, very light, whatever, which way the intensity of your reaction. It's about choosing to stop identifying to it. It's about, okay, it's not who I really am. You are an infinite being, and will an infinite being choose to be in reaction? No,
Not so much.
Not so much. So it's not who you are, it's an energy that is there. We acknowledge, okay, there's something there. There's something there in me that makes me have that kind of reaction. And when we are in reaction, we hurt our body and we hurt our life as well. Because it takes often so much energy to be in reaction, or to, as we said before, to contract or constrict. We contract and constrict our body when we are in reaction. So, I forgot where I was.
So all the points of view that you feel like you got to constrict and pull in all the forces to create change in your life, will you destroy and uncreate all that sounds Godzillion?
Yes. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So it's about choosing to, yes, it seems so real in your life that it seems like, how can I not, how can it not be me?
Yeah.
How can it not be me? Because it's so present. It's just an energy in action.
I have a little story when you finish your thought there.
Yeah, go.
Yeah. So yeah, this isn't a bedtime story. So like not too long ago, speaking about being in reaction, we had made the choice to go from pre-recorded, like we would sit together before and do the podcast we would do, and we'd have an outline, we'd kind of go through it, and then we made the choice to go to make it live and to go to put through Google Hangout. And so I was thinking, okay, now what do I need to do to make this happen? Okay, so it's going to be, I have a mixer, and I need to change things. I got 2 computers going in, and I had all this stuff going on. I had a fixed point of view on how it was supposed to happen and how I was going to make this going on. It was trying to get it finished before the following week. So I was a little stressed I had some glitches, and I was a little stressed about that. And I was like stuck because I was in reaction to having things show up the way I had in my mind thought that's the way it needed to happen. And I remember Edith I was talking to her about it. I was like, yeah, I can't do this because this is not working, and I got to figure out this other thing. And I was like perplexed about it. And she just mentioned something that was like, oh, I didn't even think about that. I mean, I didn't even see any other possibility because I had fixed in my mind that it had to be this way. And she just mentioned something that was obvious, and I didn't see it. I was like, oh. And instantly my whole reality shifted. I saw how I could do it, and it wasn't a problem. And then it's just like, oh, okay, this is easy. But it was when I made that assumption, I didn't ask questions about what is required to make this happen. I had, okay, first I said, okay, what's required to make this happen? And I had an idea, okay, this is the way it's going to be. I didn't continue to ask questions. And that's how it is with reaction. We're either in reaction or we are asking questions. There's one or the other. I realized that if I'm in reaction, I'm living from a fixed point of view, fixed ideas, fixed way of being. The once I begin to ask generative questions about, okay, what's required here? What else is possible? Who can I get a hold of that can help me with the situation, whatever it was? Then I'm living in the space of awareness and choice. And the more I do that, the more awareness I have. Oh, okay, I didn't see that before. That's kind of opening up the possibility of something else happening instead of like putting the horse blinders on and just looking down the track and this is the way it has to happen. And that happens to me frequently, unfortunately. You know, I get stuck in a frame of mind that I think this is the way it has to happen. And I forget to ask questions. And yeah, luckily Edith is around and we can talk back and forth. And I was like, oh yeah, I didn't really ask any questions about that. So that's my little story for now.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's one of the way to do it. It's about asking questions.
Mm-hmm.
And the question, as you said, one of the question is what is required here when we want to resolve something, or what is this? Can I change this?
Yep.
What can I do with this? And
yeah,
what is this?
Yes, like, so if you're in a situation where you're stuck and you're realizing you're in reaction, like if you're not creating something that makes you feel good, you're probably in reaction or creating from reaction. Something comes up, he's like, well, okay, what is this? What do I do with it? Can I change it? If so, how do I change it? So instantly that gives you a space of awareness and a little bit of breathing room. You're like, so you're not, so when I do this, I'm not so caught up in the moment of the reaction, because the reaction is this built up energy that is just wanting to explode or something. It's just like we build this energy up. It's like, I don't know really how we do it, but I do it. But the asking the questions, it just dissolves that. It just like things just disappears. It's just like, oh, it's gone.
Mm-hmm. And by asking questions, and of course including the clearing statement of access consciousness helps to dissolve the question. Another tool that could be very practical and very efficient, I use it today, is the crazy phrase in Access. We call it crazy phrase. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be, and nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Today I was in reaction to, I'm in a process, internal process right now. And I ask a lot of questions to the universe to change my way of working, my way of doing things, because I don't get as much as I would like to. And I realize that I'm functioning from a space of reaction, from a space of contraction. I want to receive more in my life. And I'm in the process. It's about shifting right now. Is it comfortable? No, because when we ask questions to the universe, it's most of the time it's not the way we expect it to be. So it's very uncomfortable. And I realized that by saying again and again this crazy phrase, helped me. I realized, oh my God, I put so much significance in this. I put so many conclusions in this. I will never come out of that. What is this? I'm about not succeeding in my life. All of that. And just by saying it again and again, and maybe 10, 15, 20 times, if you have to, nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Think about something in your life where you are in reaction. It could be a person, an event, with yourself, with your dog, with your child. Think about that. Okay, I will say it and just experience the effect of it. Experiment the effect of it, the effect of it. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Wow. Nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be, and nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Last time. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be, and nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. If it didn't change anything, just continue to say it again and again until the energy change. It's good to remove any fixed point of view that you have. It's good if you're in the presence of someone that is very violent. You can say it in your head and that will shift something. if you're in front of a crazy person, you say it 3 times and it will get the other person to become sane.
Hey, hang on a minute.
What?
Is that why you're always saying that to me when I'm walking through? You're like, everything is the opposite of what it appears to be, nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Like 4 or 5 times a day, you're like pointing your finger at me and you're doing that. That's not saying it silently. I just got to say, consider that. Is it time for a commercial?
Yeah, I was about saying that too.
Okay, here we go.
Remember the days of having really white teeth and people would just stare in amazement? Well, my friends, those days are over. Everyone is going whiter and whiter, and you can no longer expect the attention with just whiter teeth. Don't let this news keep your frown facing down. We have a solution, and you can be the trendsetter and begin receiving those stares once again. Introducing the Tiny Tooth Tattoo. Come in for a simple procedure and choose a tiny tattoo of your choice for your front tooth. You can choose from a variety of different sayings such as bite me or even a smiley face. Have a lot to say? No problem. We can tattoo the whole front row. Come in today and receive a tube of tooth polish with each purchase. Go big with the Tiny Tooth Tattoo and start the conversation with your smile.
Thank you for our fine sponsors. I don't know where we find these people, but I think they just seek us out. Thank you to them. Keep our show going strong.
Yeah. Yeah. And we forgot to mention, if you would like to ask question about something, you can go down on the right side of your screen. There's a little box. If you put your cursor there, you can ask question, and we'll be more than happy to answer your question or to facilitate something. Or if you would like to come and join us too, you just write something there and like hi, and we go and we're gonna invite you as a speaker to come and join us.
You better hurry.
Yeah. Well, there's still 7 minutes left.
Okay. All right.
So what are the benefits of being in reaction? Is it that you want to prove something? You want to defend something? Is it, yeah. And look at this, when you're in reaction to something and you don't want to let it go, and you're attached to it, we call that a fixed point of view. A fixed point of view. And an infinite being doesn't have any point of view, doesn't have any fixed point of view. He's choosing his point of view every 10 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever, and he will choose whatever creates more. And that's one of the lies to when we are in reaction. We believe that we create something more for us when we are in reaction. In this reality, someone who is very intense, wow, this is someone who is very serious about what he desires. It could be if a person is intense, wow, he's very dangerous. Well, that could be an awareness too. Yeah. So yeah, what is, if you really desire to be in a space of allowance of everything around you, to be in that space where, because when we are in allowance, when we don't have a point of view about what is around us, this is where we can receive the awareness of whatever. Because as we said, when we are in reaction and we are attached to a point of view, we cannot receive other than everything that matches this point of view, this judgment that we have, this conclusion that we have. So yeah, it's as we said, it's a choice. It's something that, and it well, for me, it took me, and it still takes me courage,
Yeah.
courage to choose. Hey, you are now angry, so what do you choose for you? Do you still want to continue to hurt yourself, to hurt your body, and to create limitation? Because that doesn't create more in my life when I am angry. That doesn't create more. I want, if I desire to create more in my life, to receive more, it's not by keeping myself in reaction. So, and when I choose this, I can ask the question, okay, all the points of view that I have that maintain this reaction, I pock and pod. The reaction itself, you know, this anger, I pock and pod it. We can say to all the energy that hold in place this reaction, I pock and pod it. What's the value? What's the payoff for me to continue to react? Okay? Pock and pod. And one of the first questions we can ask, is it mine? Who does it belong to? Because reaction is often, it's an energy. It's not often, it's an energy that we function from. And sometimes it's someone else's energy that we took on us. We are like Bob.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. We're like SpongeBob. And we take people's energy, and well, this is a capacity we have. So it's great to know that we have tools now to realize that we can take that away from us. It's a capacity, because if you work with people, are you aware sometimes of how they feel, how they are, what they think? It's if it's the case, it's often, and you know it in your body, because our body has this capacity to take energy around, to give us. Our body is a sensorial. Is it how we say that?
Not sure.
Sensitive, no, organ.
Oh, sensory organ.
Sensory, yeah, thank you. Sensory organ.
Yep.
And it gives us a lot of information. The thing is, we have to learn how to use it.
SpongeBob was. Were you finished?
Yeah.
Yeah. SpongeBob did help us out today in the kitchen. We had a nice dinner, and we did have garlic, so we apologize for the garlic smell if you smell garlic through the internet. But I want to say about pot and pock, that's the one thing that I do that is, I saw Dane and Gary would do it. They would, it's a simple thing. They would like pot and pock me, like just like that. It was fun, when I would have a reaction with someone or a situation or myself, I would just like, okay, pot and pock me until it was funny, and then I could move on. So pot and pock is, even though if you get stuck when I get stuck in not asking questions or not having the strong enough muscle to stop my reaction, I will get there. But sometimes when I'm really invested in the holding on to my point of view or my reaction, it's like, it's just like sometimes I don't want to let go of it. But if I can just squeak out one little pot and pock, then it's like, okay, yeah, all right, then what am I holding this on for? Is not serving me. I pot and pock myself. So yeah, that's a great one to use. And if you're, I was just going to say, if you're in church, maybe don't do that, but that's probably okay too. You might pot and pock a lot if you're church going. I don't know.
Yeah, last time I went to, I don't know if it's not last time, but yeah, I went to funeral. I was like, oh my God, what are they saying? I pock and pot. Well, that's my point of view. Whatever they say, I was pot and pocking almost during all the funeral. Well,
out loud too. It was so disruptive.
No, in my head.
Oh, right. That's right.
That was in my head. Yeah. So as we say, it's about choosing. When you are in reaction, it's good to know that when we are in reaction, what it creates, it's the same again and again. It doesn't create more when we are in reaction. It's about, and there's a difference between reaction and potency. And between, sometimes we are angry. Ask yourself, is it anger or is it potency here? Potency will, first, if you want to know the difference, look at the energy of it. Anger is more like a contracted energy. And potency, there's like a vibrancy, but there's space in this. Like something has to shift here. Something has to change. Okay, this anger, this kind of energy will be like something we have to move on. There's something that needs to change here, and the reaction will be more. We want it this way. There's contraction in this. There is like, there's not so much space for a new possibility.
Squeeze those possibilities right out.
Yeah. So
like
it's about
intestine.
What?
Like a healthy intestine.
Healthy instead.
Intestines, yeah. Squeeze those possibilities right out.
Yeah.
Oh, so gross. How to end the way to end the show. It's horrible. No editing. Sorry about that. Live or live internet.
Yeah.
So what's coming up next week?
So what will be the subject for next week?
Making changes versus choosing something different. A subtle, but a big difference. Big change there.
Yeah. So it's a bit of a, can we say follow-up for next week?
Yeah, it's more of a, I would say, more expanded sort of, it ties in with this, but it's even more, it goes in more into making changes, trying to fix something versus just choosing something different. Yeah. That's a big part of, like, we get stuck in, like I was before with trying to figure this out. I was trying to fix the situation instead of choosing something different. And that's when it opened up for me. Mm-hmm. So that's next week, next Tuesday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the evening. And anything else? Yeah.
Last thing about this potency, is it potency or anger?
Oh, yeah.
If it's 3 seconds, after 3 seconds, if you can come back to you, in your kindness and your gentleness, this is potency. Mm-hmm. If you cannot, this is anger. Yeah, that's a good way to make the difference between both. So, yeah. Yep. Thank you.
Also, you can if you're not already subscribed, you can get the free 50 questions, the audio questions from our website, happyhumanoids.com. And there's a bunch of other stuff there as well. You can check out our products if you desire. So thank you for coming to our show today, and we will see you next Tuesday, same time.
Thanks for listening.
Everyone.
Give us a honk of support by subscribing, commenting, and sharing the show with your friends. Or if you didn't like the show, please share it with your enemies.
See you later, guys. Thanks again for showing up, and happy dematerializing reaction.
Yeah, and happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye-bye.
Bye.